What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be fishing the canal system, but we're not going to be fishing it the traditional way. Senkos, Ned rig, drop shot, paddle tails. No. We are going to be fishing it with a G-Crack lure right here, the Gilling Twister 75. This sucker is down at Copper State Marine and Tackle. The specific color is a ghost gill. I think that bluegill imitation is going to get us on some largies, some bigger ones, some that can crank our rods down. So without further ado, let's get out there and let's go crank them. All right, guys, check that out. Check that little bait out right there. A little bit pricey, I'll tell you, but it is a work of art. I almost don't even want to fish with it because I don't want to lose it. But we got to try to dangle something on up today. I do think we'll have a good opportunity to. The only problem is I don't know where my pliers are. And that is not a good thing. Because if I can't find my pliers, oh my gosh, that looks so good, y'all. Oh my gosh. But as I was saying, if I can't find my pliers, I'm gonna be a little bit sketched out. And the reason is as you can tell here, let me show you guys real fast. This little tiny bait has super thin wire little treble hooks. So to try to get that out of a little largie's mouth with no pliers, I don't know, man. I don't know how that one's gonna work out for us. We might be in a world of hurt. Uh-oh. Problem, guys. Okay, I don't want to break my rod, but I might have to do something here. We got to take the chance. Hopefully my rod doesn't break. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back and we're going to streamline our rod right down there. We got it. We got it off. We popped it off. Look at that little Hakai reel right there. All right, that was sketchy because I was like, man, this bait, for what it is, I can't lose it. Not already. Got to keep that rod tip lower to the water. Try to keep that bait in the strike zone. I don't think that we're going to get a whole lot of bites on this, but I think if there's any big bass, I think we're going to get a big one to hit. I mean, this is more of a subsurface bait anyway, so these fish are going to have to be willing to actually come up to hit this thing. Or they got to be pretty close to the bank. And we got to run it right by their lateral line perfectly to get them to smack it. Man, and we're just knocking everything, which is great. I mean, kicking up a lot of commotion down there. If there's any active fish, they should get pretty hyped up to eat this thing. Now, if all the fish are skittish, well, we're kind of SOL. Oh my gosh, I think we got rock. I think we actually did get rock right there, guys. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the truck in front of me. Oh man, oh my goodness. You know what, we ran it through that same area and didn't get bit, so, and didn't hang on anything either, so I think we did get bit. All right, so just for the time being, guys, we're going to be taking this off. That does not mean that we're not going to put it back on, but we're going to be throwing on the dark sleeper. And yes, I'm going to be throwing on a bigger dark sleeper because I am trying to get a bigger fish. I know that dark sleepers are used in the canal systems a boatload, but are the big ones used in here very often? I don't think so. So maybe a little bit different profile can allow us to trigger some of those bites that other baits don't allow you to. This is another little bait that is so fun to fish with. The only thing is that I lose a lot of fish fishing with these little dark sleepers purely because I can never seem to get the hook set on them. These fish, they're diabolical. You know, sometimes they will just chew non-stop, and then other times they're probably looking at your lure being like, what is this? What's this guy trying to trick me to eat? And today is one of those days. All right, ladies and gents, we had to leave that canal. That canal was stressing me out. I caught a stick. That was a highlight of that little section of this video. So I decided to come over to a pond. I'm thinking this pond might treat us well. We've been here a couple times. There's a bunch of bass in here. I am totally aware of that. But I'm thinking we might do well with the dark sleeper and that little G-Crack bait purely because it is post-spawn and these fish are trying to fatten up before these dog days of summer come among us here in Arizona. So stay tuned, enjoy, and let's go whack them. All right. Great thing is with this bait, you can fish it like a jig. You can fish obviously retrieving in. I mean, it is a multi-use bait for sure. I do think that this one is a little bit heavy. You know, this thing weighs an ounce. Should have probably grabbed the at least 3/4 of an ounce. I know ideally the 1/4 to 1/2 ounce work best in the urban areas, but I just want to try to draw in a little bit bigger fish. Oh, ooh, I just spooked something right by that little pipe. Oh, that's a fish. Guys, it's a good one. Oh my gosh, stay down. Dark sleepers are so freaky. Guys, it's a big. Oh, it's not. It's just a feisty fish. Man, he cranked it. It is a pretty good one though. I mean, we gotta love that. Oh, he was barely pinned. Barely pinned right there. Check that out. Little 1 ounce dark sleeper. That guy was a feisty one. An absolute yanker right there. Beautiful, man. It is so sketchy with these dark sleepers though, just purely because there's so much weight swinging around when the fish jump that they spit the hook a lot. It's just how the bait is. And I have yet to figure out a way to like make sure that the hookup ratio is on nearly 100% of the time. My best bet tends to be just swinging as hard as I can. That color is freaking perfect for this water clarity though. And I forgot my my knife and all that stuff, but as I turned around, someone left their knife here. Now, I'm not gonna keep this knife just in case somebody realizes that they forgot it, but it's gonna allow me to change my lure real fast. That's a plus. I'll tell you guys what, whoever knife this is, y'all have to come back and get it because it is ridiculously sharp. I'm gonna put it exactly where I found it. So if you want to come and get it, it's still there. Oh, we had one come up and hit right there, guys. The hooks were too small. Oh my, I'm sure you guys saw that. There's no way you did not see that. Oh my goodness. He came up and cranked it. Oh my, how did he not get a hold of that? Those hooks must just be a little small. I mean, we'll know real quick if we miss another one. We know the hooks are too small. Oh my goodness, that was so sick. I think the GoPro caught that one. I'll be able to zoom in on that. If I didn't like spaz out, maybe if I just set the hook, one of those little hooks would have been complete doofus moment. I just get like caught up in the moment. I start zoning out, and then next thing I know, I lose a fish because of it. I gotta get at least a couple more fish up for y'all, because this is a very lackluster performance. Ooh, I got a bit of a sunburn going on right now. Oh my goodness. Yo, we got smoke right there. I mean, he cranked it so hard. Ooh, rough landing for that bud. Dude's trying to batter himself up for a fish fry. I'm gonna get him all cleaned off real fast. Just a little dude, but I'll tell you what, he smoked it, he cranked it. He tried to batter himself up a little bit, but you know, we picked him up, we were able to show him off, and that's all you can really care about. Gotta love urban fishing, it's so much fun. That was sick. I didn't think he had it. I thought I was gonna swing a little too late. All right guys, last 2 casts before we go over into that back corner where that golf cart is. Cause I think that this golf course is closing at like 5. So with that being said, we'll have a little bit of time to give it a shot over there. Problem is that this dark sleeper is so beat up now that I can only work it like a jig. Because every time I start to retrieve it, the plastic folds back and just destroys the entire swimming motion. Felt weird. Felt like a little micro tick. All right, I got enough for one more cast. All right, gonna let that sink. I'm gonna roll this off super slowly. There's one. There's one. There's one. Slow rolling it. Slow rolling it off the bank. We We got him. We got him. Oh my goodness. And then you catch one on your last cast and you just want to stay. All right, guys, right there. Sick little eat, not too bad. Get that turn so you can see the fish. Beautiful little bass right there. Let's get him back on in. That was sick. Thank you for the bite, buddy. Get ginormous. All right, guys, so just give it a quick shot. I always keep a couple Beastie Bug Juniors in my camera bag at all times. I'm gonna have to keep this thing hovering above the rocks so that it doesn't fall into the rocks, get hung up, and, you know, screw us over. I swear we just got bit right there. I'm not even joking. There, oh, we had him. We had him. Oh my gosh, y'all. We had a fish. And he took it. Look at that. Look at that. He took the leg. It's a good one. It's a good one. It is a good one. Oh, it's a tilapia. It's a tilapia. I was about to be like, guys, it is a mondo. Look at that. Tilapia eating the Beastie Bug Junior. Beastie Bug Junior catches it all. Oh, these fish are ugly, but man, they are beasts. And they fight so hard. They are fun fish to catch. They're one of those fish that, like, when you try to target them, you can never actually catch them, but you always catch them by accident bass fishing. Whether that be you're using a little craw, they eat it off the bottom, or you're reeling one in on a paddle tail. You know, like they eat a lot of bass lures. That's one misconception on tilapia. If you are wanting to target them, use some bass lures. Odds are you'll pick one off every now and then.